Train your mind to see the good in everything. Positivity is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. In today's vlog, I'm going to share a very easy yet delicious mouth-watering non-veg recipe, which is chicken bhujia. So let's get started. And yes, if you are new to my channel, then please like, subscribe and share my channel. So for the chicken bhujia, here goes 1.5 cup of water into a wok. Switch on the flame, and I have taken roughly around 1 kg of boneless chicken. Just simply add the chicken and let it cook, or simply you can steam your chicken. Here I am not adding any salt or anything else. We just simply need to boil it. Just make sure that it is evenly cooked on both the sides. If required, you can flip it in between. Cover the lid and let it come to a boil, and then simmer it for 5 minutes. And yes, just flip them in between so that it is evenly cooked. This will hardly take 5 to 6 minutes. And yes, you can check it if it is done or not. Just insert a knife. If it goes easily through the chicken and your chicken looks whitish from inside, that means it is done. Now here's a simple trick. You just need to take 2 forks and shred it like this. You will get the chicken strands. These are the boiled strands. You can simply add some sauces, and you can make the filling of your grilled sandwiches out of this boiled chicken, and the rest of the stock you can use it as a soup or broth. So here I have shredded whole chicken. This is done, and now let's move on to our next step, which is making our gravy for our chicken bhujia. Or you can just simply make some salad out of this boiled chicken. There are so many options you can do with this boiled chicken. So for the masala, here I have taken 2 tomatoes and 2 onions. I have just simply pureed them, and here they go into the wok. This is just onion and tomato mixture along with little bit of water. Now add 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil, and we need to cook it for some minutes. We just simply need to cook it till no raw smell of onion is there. It will hardly take 5 to 6 minutes on medium to high flame. Keep stirring. And after cooking for a while, you'll observe that there is some change in the puree mixture. It has turned into a darker shade, and also there is some oil risen on the top. That means it is almost done, and now is the perfect time to add our ginger and garlic paste. I've just simply crushed it into a mortar and pestle, or you can just simply you make use of the paste, or you can grind it into a grinder. Now cook it for a minute. Keep stirring, as ginger and garlic tend to stick to the bottom, so you need to stir it all the time once you add this paste. So this is done, and now is the perfect time to add our seasoning. Here goes salt, Kashmiri red chili powder, along with some turmeric powder, cumin powder, that is zira powder, and 2 to 3 teaspoons of coriander powder, with little bit of garam masala. I have used homemade garam masala. You can add Kitchen King or any other garam masala that you have, or simply you can add some biryani masala. That also gives a very nice flavor to this dish. That's it, and you just need to cook it for a few seconds. Just make sure that your masalas doesn't burn, and you can add little water in that case. And now I'm going to add our broth, in which the water that we have used for boiling our chicken. And before that, here goes some kasuri methi, that is fenugreek leaves. These are the dried ones. Now saute it for a while. And now I'll be adding some dried fenugreek leaves, that is kasuri methi. And we just need to cook it further for a minute. Just make sure that our masala doesn't burn. And now I'll be adding little bit of the broth in which we boiled the chicken. Just 2-3 ladles of the broth to prevent the burning of our masala. And now cover it and let it cook for a while on low flame, just for 2 minutes. So here, as you can see, our masala has released all the oil. That means our masala is fully cooked, and now is the perfect time to add our shredded chicken. But before that, I'll be adding some cream. You can add malai as well. Now again, cook it on low flame. Just make sure that after adding the cream, you have to keep the flame on low. And you need to stir it continuously. And yes, here I have added 2 more teaspoons of cream. Don't worry, we don't eat it that often. It's once in a while that we have such kind of food which is rich in fat. So it's okay to have, just we need to maintain the balance. That's it. So once in a while, it's a treat for our taste buds. And yes, we need to cook it on low with the lid on for another 2 minutes before we add our chicken to it. So wait for 2 minutes. So here, as you can see, our gravy has cooked, and now is the perfect time to add our shredded chicken to it. And here goes the shredded chicken. Just make sure to mix it well so that our chicken is coated well with the gravy, and when we need to cover it and cook it further for 5 minutes so that all the flavors are infused into the chicken. The chicken is already boiled, so it won't be taking much of your time now. And we just want our chicken to take all the flavors out of the masala. So it is coated well, and we need to add the rest of the broth to it. You can increase or decrease the quantity of gravy by adding broth. I just want a semi-thick gravy, so I'm not adding much of the broth. It depends upon you, it's entirely optional. If you want to eat it dry, you can skip it. Then there is no need to add the broth. So that's it. Now let it cook. And on the other hand, I'm going to prepare some lachha parathas that we are going to have with this chicken bhujia, for which here I have taken a medium sized ball out of the dough, that is atta. Just roll it. Add some salt to taste along with 1 teaspoon of desi ghee. Just spread it evenly and fold it like we used to fold, or we used to make a fan, paper fan. Now again roll it as shown. Press it to make it flat and coat it with the dry flour and roll it again. So it is done, and now I'm going to cook it on the griddle. Just cook it evenly on both the sides. Kids are going to have it with lachha parathas, and we are going to have it with the tandoori roti. So once you notice the bubbles, flip it over and apply some ghee or butter. And here's a tip: if you want to make your parathas soft, you need not have to flip it again and again. You just count 20 seconds on both the sides and then flip it over. Your paratha will be done. No need to flip it over and over again. So just apply ghee and flip it, wait for 15 to 20 seconds and apply some ghee on the other side and then flip it. Then again wait for 20 seconds. Your paratha will be ready. And in the meantime, I am going to enjoy my lachha parathas with chicken. You guys stay home, cook good food and take care. Bye for now. We'll meet you soon with another interesting vlog. Enjoy!